Miss Alabama for America Zoe Sozo Bethel died days after jumping off of a 7-story Miami condo in a suicide attempt, police said. The beauty queen died from her injuries at 5:30 a.m. on Friday morning, 8 days after she was involved in the tragic incident. It has since been revealed that Zoe was hurt after she fell from a 7-story Edgewater residential building, Miami Police Department told the Daily Mail. Cops are treating the incident as a suicide attempt. Her family confirmed on Monday that Zoe had died in Miami, Florida, saying that she passed from this life into the next. In the touching social media tribute, Zoe's family said that the young woman touched the hearts of many people. The family also shared an array of photographs of the beauty queen, including videos of her holding a Jesus is King flag and images of her in her sash.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to another reading. And before I start this reading, I just want to say I can't believe nobody else has not noticed this or even remotely put these two together, because I searched and nobody has made a peep about this. But this reading is going to be done on a lady named 27-year-old female, Zoe Sozo Bethel. Now, she was 27 and she committed suicide. She committed suicide by jumping off of her 7th-story condominium. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, this sounds familiar, because there was not a reading just done, not even 2 weeks ago, on a Miss USA named Chelsea Christ, who also committed suicide from jumping from the 6th floor of her condominium. Yes, that's what I thought to myself as well. These sound very similar, but that's not all. Miss Zoe Bethel was also Miss Alabama. So why nobody has put this together or even thought about this, it's kind of blown my mind. But what's going on in the beauty pageant community? I don't believe in coincidences. And if you do, maybe it's just a coincidence for the ones that believe in that. But there are no coincidences. There are precursors for other options. Now, I don't see Miss USA and Miss Alabama. And two, I'm not one to pull a race card here, but they're both black. So I'm wondering, what's going on in the beauty community? Because something is. If somebody ain't behind this, orchestrating these suicides, by actually murdering them themselves, then what's going on that they feel that that's their only option? Because these are well-educated women. They're beautiful women. They're established women. They have titles. They have careers. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on that's causing this type of mass hysteria. Because one is one thing, but two is a following. So I guess the first reading I'm gonna do is on her, and then I'll eventually do a reading on the beauty pageant community itself as a whole. But this is just too much. It was too much for me to pass by. This came up in my feed here on YouTube under news articles. And that's another thing, too. Now, the Miss USA was covered by many. You could type in Miss USA Chelsea Christ in YouTube and see a plethora of news articles or news clippings on her suicide. But there was only 2 places where I found Miss Zoe's, and that was on Entertainment Tonight and on some local news channel. So why is this not being talked about? There's something just really off about this. So we're going to do a reading on Zoe Bethel, Miss Alabama. Woo! Zoe Bethel, Miss Alabama. Man, I don't know. These cards I don't know if it's the cards or if it's me that can't keep a hold of them. Zoe Bethel, Miss Alabama. We would like to see what happened the night that you passed away. I can't bring myself to say suicide because I don't believe in my heart it was a suicide on any level. And the news article is kind of weird too because it says, first of all, it goes, she passed away due to injuries sustained in an accident. Okay, so that would lead one to think, what, a car wreck? That's what I would have thought. No, that was my first thought anyway. And then it says that her family was told that she had brain damage that was irreversible or that could be fixed. And then she passed away, I guess, from injuries sustained from the head injury. And then it says that she committed suicide by jumping off of her 6th floor condominium balcony. That's not an accident in terms of a suicide. Although it isn't in any suicide that I've heard of. So which is it? Is it an accident or is it a suicide? So here's what we come to find out. Now, I do have 10 specific questions for this one. First one is going to be the circumstances surrounding the day that Zoe passed away. The reason for the circumstances. Zoe's state of mind, what she was feeling, thinking, experiencing, going through. The energy surrounding her environment. The forces or influences behind her death. A person or an event of importance to this case. How this unfolded. The perpetrator, because this is not a suicide again. It's going to be a suicide and an accident at the same time. Motive. Something hidden or unknown to the case. Now, I always like to have at least one card, that lets the cards just say whatever they want. So I'm going to do an extra card, like right here, and that's going to be last words, card choice. All right, here we go. Okay, first card here is going to be the 7 of Pentacles. And that is a card that's showing giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, charities. I'll be willing to bet, because I'm pretty sure, I'm right on this, that all of these beauty pageant contestants have to be active in some form of charity. So I would relate this as the charity that she either working for, supports, advocates. Now, the next card is going to be the Devil reversed, and that's going to be the reasons for the circumstances. That's a whole totally different card on the end of the spectrum. That is evil fatality, weakness, pettiness, blindness. So evil fatality means an evil death, which makes it an unnatural death. Not going by way of natural causes, I should say. It's too totally, you know what? I wonder if this charity that she wasn't endorsing or behind, supporting, whatever, if she didn't see what the real meaning behind these charities are face value. Pretty much what they're supporting, it's like you take the ones that support human trafficking are really doing the human trafficking. I don't know what that sounds like, but that's the way it goes. But I wonder if she's figured out this charity that she's endorsing or behind is not what she thought it was. Instead, a front or a cover or a hub for something a little bit more sinister. That's what this feels like. All right, the next card is going to show Zoe's state of mind, what she was feeling or thinking on the day she disappeared, and that's Justice reversed. Justice reversed is referring to law enforcement in all departments. It's discrimination, favoritism, but on the extreme severity side. So this was what was on her mind. So yeah, I go back to the charity stuff. I think she's found something out here. She stumbled upon something here. Heard something or saw something that she wasn't supposed to. So the next card is going to show her environment, the energy surrounding her environment. And that's going to be the 7 of Cups reversed. That's being in a position of agreement or alliance. It's personal values, and being overwhelmed by choices. Yep, this puts me back to here. She stumbled upon something that she wasn't supposed to see or know, and now she's overwhelmed by the choices. I mean, think about it. You know, this is probably what's lining her pockets, what's putting food on her table. This is probably her source of income. So that would definitely be, you know, personal values versus your head and heart. You know, overwhelmed by choices. The next card is going to show the forces or influences behind her death, and that is the Queen of Swords reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed is being overly emotional. It's also showing someone that's easily influenced by someone cold-hearted. So I guarantee you she was threatened, scared, bullied, intimidated, and manipulated into committing suicide. That's what I see. That's exactly what I see. Now, the next one is going... Now, this is one queen here so far. We got another queen over here. Now, when two queens are aspected, one being reversed and one being upright, that means a rivalry. So she had a rival of some sort. That's what these two queens show. That's definitely a rival. The next one is going to be a person or event of importance to this case, and that's going to be the King of Swords reversed. That's someone that has a quiet power, someone that has power that's not just so much out there on Front Street, but behind the scenes they definitely have a big amount of power, a big influence, and it's showing misuse of that power and manipulation. Yeah, she was this girl was in some deep stuff. She's found out some deep stuff. Now the next card is going to show how the events unfolded, and this is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is normally a working parent who's a financial provider, but I would take it in this case as being someone that she trusted and looked to as like a parental figure. Financial provider. This was her boss. So whoever provided her with her money, her income. The next card is going to show us the perpetrator, and that's the Temperance card. Temperance card is a card of economy and management of economy. So economy being like provides consumption and production of goods and services. So if it's someone that was management of a business of that type. Yeah, this is all. You know, isn't all these beauty pageant winners, and some contestants at that, because I know that the Miss USA pageant is owned by Trump, but wouldn't that place them under his financial umbrella? Like he would be their pay source. I don't know. I hate to think that about Trump, but he's not up there where he's at by being the best guy in the world. I can tell you that. All right, the next card is going to show us the motive, and that's going to be the Chariot reverse. That's riots, quarrels, disputes, quarrels. I can't even talk. Disputes, litigation, defeat. I definitely don't want to be the one to bring this up, but this looks like a race thing to me. And it's been known for a while that this whole Black Lives Matter, these psyops of people of color, of how they're junking it up. They're trying to keep that divide and to widen that divide even deeper between races to keep us separated. And it goes the same thing as, this whole pandemic, keeping us separated 6 feet. There's strength in numbers. And that's definitely what they don't want when they try to instill this new world order and all this enslavement, is they don't want you to have guns to be able to protect yourself. And they definitely don't want you to rise up against them, because there's more of us than there is them. So this right here is all packaged up nicely in a sweet little bow for race division, I'm sorry to say. And I guarantee you when I go and do the read for Miss Chelsea Christie, it will be the same thing. Something hidden or unknown to the case. It's going to be the Five of Cups reversed. That shows living in the past and forgiveness. There we go, living in the past. Oh, here we go. Now, the last words card, or the words of whatever the card wants to tell us, is going to be the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And that's, Wheel of Fortune reversed is bad luck and closure. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's just bad luck on her behalf. And closure, they're tying up loose ends. They used her for, they had to, whatever she saw or witnessed, they couldn't have her knowing or being out there, chancing her, speaking on it, or revealing what she knows. So, they tied up them loose ends by putting it into the race card. So, as always, when the elite do something, there's always more than one meaning behind it, and there's your 2 meanings so far. I'm sure there's more. But that's exactly what these cards are telling me. All right, now I look forward to checking out another reading on Miss USA to see where we stand on that. Thank you for taking the time to watch the reading. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
MTCB.